is right around the corner. I had forgotten this
Now, based on what I'm hearing as you read this article, these got to be Edomites, you know, the Chris born-againers and all that. Now I think about these sellouts in Israel, like Comfy and General Yohana, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Hollywood Nate. If you notice, these guys, if they do touch upon this, the scripture in Revelation, the 13th chapter, 15 verse on down about the mark of the beast, if they do touch on it, which they rarely do, unless it's brought up to them, they'll quickly say, "Oh, it's Christianity. It's the picture of Caesar Borgia. You know, it's an embargo." And Comfy, he doesn't even touch on it, you know. And that's why we say that these guys sold out. Not like we witness or we have concrete proof that Dr. So-and-so came to this guy's house and we got pictures of it. No. You can just tell, hey, the scripture says in Matthews, you shall know them by their fruit, right? So if you're teaching anything contrary to what we're teaching, because GMS is teaching you, giving you the full truth, all right? We're teaching you when it comes to the mark of the beast. We researched and we studied, and we're the top group when it comes to Israel, because anybody has some criticism against Israelites, what group are they going to mention first? GMS, because we're the top. The Most High have magnified us as being the top authorities on the planet Earth. We're the top guys, man. That's why a lot of these guys, these Alex Jones types, they be watching us too, man. But they ain't going to admit it, because that's the way the devil operates, man. He doesn't want to admit to anything, you know. But anyway, like I said, these guys that I mentioned, they sold out because they're teaching something contrary to the truth when it comes down to this chip, which is the mark of the beast. And that's how they're going to. That's one major way they're going to implement that chip is through some form of disease, in my opinion. Because there's other ways they can push it. You know, they can say, okay, the military going to get the chip. Or all police officers in New York is going to get the chip if you want to keep your job. Then it was so successful that it's going to go nationwide. All federal agents got to get the chip. That's how they're going to do it. All old people, senior citizens that have was it Medicare, you got to get the chip. So you're going to have people that's going to buck up against it, and they're going to say, well, the scripture said that's the mark of it. So they say, okay, now we're going to have to use the disease. You want to get out of town? You got to get that. You got to get that chip. So it's a matter of time, but everything's moving fast now. We're down to the last few prophecies. So go ahead, read on.
Okay. It says I had forgotten this conversation until a few days ago, when I remembered I started researching it and found out that it was not only true, but the microchip was incorporated in our last health bill covertly. The process, as stated in the bill, will begin in December of 2012. The new law requires an RFID radio frequency identification chip implanted in all U.S. citizens. This chip will not only contain your personal information with tracking capability, but it will also be linked to your bank account. No U.S. citizen will be allowed in or out of our country without it. And get this, page 1004 of the new law dictating the timing of this chip reads, and I quote, "Not later than 36 months after the date of the enactment it is now the law of the land that by March 23rd, 2013, we will all be required to have an RFID chip under the skin. Testing has begun with implementing under the skin of the hand." I will send a PDF of the bill. Please note to look for the National Registry on about page 1000. Keep reading. Revelation 13 and 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
So you just read that in Revelation 13. Give me Revelation 14, 9, 9 and 11. Then from there, go to Revelation 15, 2. We're just going to go. We already did this before, so y'all already know. So we're going to move quick. All right? Go ahead.
Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels.
Yeah, those are those missiles and those lasers coming from them ships. Go in the presence of the angels, meaning the angels are going to cover the skies while the missiles are destroying your ass. And simultaneously, we're going to be getting beamed up out of here. Go ahead.
And in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Revelation 15 and 2. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, and on the stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the Most High.
Next one is Revelation 16, 2.
Revelation 16 and 2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image.
Revelation 19, 20.
Revelation chapter 19, verse 20. It says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that received the mark of the beast.
That represents the Roman Catholic Church, the Muslims, the different franchise of Christianity, Baptist, Methodist, Jehovah's Witness, so forth. Creeplow Dollar, Apostle Price, all those sellouts. Go ahead.
And them that worship his image, these both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone.
Revelation 20, verse 4.
Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded.
Right, these thrones are talking about when we get into the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead.
And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And
that's a fulfillment of Matthew 27:19, where Peter asked the Lord, we done gave up all this. What are we going to receive for giving up our families and so forth? And he said, ye 12 shall sit on 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. So that's what John is seeing. He's seeing them up on the thrones. Because what did they do or didn't do? Go ahead.
And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his...
That's a reincarnation, because they came back in reincarnation, and they're here now, and when they go to administer that chip, they're going to say, take that chip and shove it up your own ass. Go ahead.
Which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image,